Hello and welcome to Peaches and Cream. I'm Peaches.
I'm Cream.
We're Peaches and Cream.
Yes.
Podcast.
Hi.
What's up, everybody?
Are we doing episode numbers? No.
Episode 22. I forgot for a second.
I know you did.
22.
Sugar.
22 is what we're at.
Handsome.
Thanks,
Good looking guy.
fella.
Synonyms. You. Gorgeous man.
What if you called somebody synonyms?
Then
It would be funny.
it would be funny to me. I'm like what? You're like synonyms. You're like words that have the same meaning.
Oh, thanks. Oh.
What
I
did I
turn
do?
my phone off.
You gotta turn your phone off.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
unprofessional.
very
That's
unprofessional.
unprofessional. Mine's not even off. Anybody calls, we're fucked.
Fuck. I gotta answer it on air. Not really.
I was
Not
gonna say,
do
yeah.
that.
I was like,
Nobody's
how
gonna
many
call me.
ignored calls have gone on with me during this thing that we
Zero?
do on
Maybe one.
weekends?
Maybe one.
No.
How many?
2.
Damn it, so close. Alright, do you have a shout out?
Oh shit, we still do this?
Yeah.
Every week.
Every week.
Shout out to Sanchez. Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Yessie. Shout out to Jackie. Pretty much everyone that I saw for the downtown failed Pitch Perfect trip. But shout out to Hero, because he makes me laugh.
I don't have any shout outs. Not any pressing ones.
I'd like to give a shout out to Nicholas.
Shout out Nicholas.
And shout out to Liz.
Shout out Liz.
Shout out to Jenny. It was her birthday. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
She was just in town.
She was just in town. Shout out Caleb.
Fuck that up.
Shout out 3 Beer Birdie. He's graduated.
Yeah. Shout out to
He's up to 3.
shout out to anyone who's still rocking cutoffs. Anyone out there who's still rocking cutoffs.
Keep it going.
And this day, yes, keep it going. Women love it.
Shout out to people that sit in chairs.
Ooh, yes. Shout out to people who get too hot and need fans to stay cool.
Shout out to people that get too hot and have to change from cotton to something more comfortable.
Like Under Armour.
Sleeveless
Sleeveless.
and no pants.
Yes.
I tell you, I'm not wearing any pants.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Surprise.
I didn't know that. No, I really didn't know that.
I just shouted myself out. That's kind of egotistical.
Is that the word for that?
Narcissist. I'm a narcissist. What's the word for? I don't know. Where's Jackie when you need her?
I know.
She'll correct us.
He's fucking. That might be a little trouble for that one, but I don't know. Let's.
It's all good fun.
Let's get on with the show. Next segment.
You know the rules.
Weeds. You wanted to talk about
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, I didn't want to start the show off weeds.
Oh.
I mean, we can. I guess now it's too late.
Well, it is too fucking late. I already said it. This segment, go.
This segment, go. Well, if anybody watches Weeds, which is probably I'm the only one
Who
that
still does?
watch it,
I never started.
except for Ryan, who watched it, because it finally ended. And to me,
Like
this,
for good? Series
yeah, it's
finale?
like series finale.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with season finale.
Oh, that's a sneaky little bastard.
Sneaky bitches.
Or like a season finale that turns out to
This
be a
be a
series
series
finale because it got canceled.
Well, see, and it's not. I think my problem
Rest
is.
in peace, Alcatraz.
And we
Sorry?
were kind of talking about. Well, that's different. It got canceled. Well, you said that.
That's what I just
Yeah,
said.
I know. But and it's my problem with Weeds, but I think it's my problem with TV shows in general. And we kind of talked about this beforehand. Is they just don't know when to quit. You
Like
know what I'm
MC
saying?
Hammer.
Like MC Hammer.
Then the IRS gets involved.
It's weird and using. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but it's throwing me off track completely because now I can think about is the hammer dance in those pants.
And the way I do the hammer dance.
You do the hammer? I've seen you do the hammer dance.
You have. It's like one of the things I'm known for.
Speaking of MC Hammer, you should be that for Halloween.
Oh my. Why did I never think of doing that?
I don't know where you get those pants, those parachute
I
pants.
could probably get him anyway.
Probably get them from Bums. I think Bums have a bunch from the thrift store.
Just get a flat top and some fucking round sunglasses
I'll
and some
fucking.
hammer pants and a vest.
We'll just get like.
Sorry.
And like for your chain, we'll just get like paper clips and we'll spray paint them gold.
That silence was me just like with a huge shit-eating grin on my face because I really like that idea.
All right. Cream's gonna be MC Hammer.
Oh man, so many pictures. So many pictures.
Anyways, Same segment.
Same segment.
No, because like if anyone watches the show and anybody a big fan of it will say the last 4 seasons have been absolute trash.
The last 4 even Stevens
of Weeds. Last 4 seasons of Weeds has been trash. The writing has been terrible. Why are you looking at me like that for?
What?
Why are you throwing the even Stevens comment in there?
Because you almost said Stevens instead of seasons, and then I said 4, and the 4 is an even number.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
So it was like even Stevens.
Anyways, I'm just gonna keep doing that. What the fuck was I? What was
you were just saying it's getting stale. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what really pissed me off is then they did the series finale, and I told you last week how upset I was. And at the beginning of the series finale, I was really pissed off because they go forward in time. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you watch it and you haven't seen it yet. They go forward in time, like maybe 6 or 7 years.
Do a time skip?
Yes. And the last season, like they show one episode, and then the next episode is like 7 years or like 8 years or
for the series finale.
For the series finale, and like it really pissed me off. Well, the first thing was they did the hokey technology thing, which when I first watched it, like they had like their phones were just glass and it was see through. It was so cool. And then they did the she went to go pick up dry cleaning, and then she went and swiped the card to get it. She's like, "This isn't my dress. Hello, is anybody here?" And I was like, "Oh, I get it. It's technology. Shut the fuck up." Anyways, I'm dying over here. But it actually ended really well. For not very often do series end well, in my opinion.
Like Sopranos?
But like, yeah. Well, I like the ending in Sopranos.
Was it one of the? Well, I just remember it caught like a lot of flack.
Not like that. No, it wasn't like that. This was like a solid like. This is it.
Questions are answered. Everything's resolved.
And there's like one question at the end. They start a new question, whatever. But it's not really that not important. But like the way it was that series was written, I enjoyed it. And then after that, I got even more mad. I was like, where the fuck has this been for 4 seasons? It's like
like the good writing?
Yeah, where's the good writing been? Like, why did you wait till the series finale to actually try again?
That's what I was,
And it just really, I really enjoyed it. And I liked it a lot. And I was just watching it. I was just like, at the end, I processed it. And I was like, this has been the best episode in like 4 or 5 seasons.
I was going to say, I felt the exact same way with, when we were watching The Office today. The season premiere of like the new, did they just show that like on Thursday?
Yeah, that was just on Thursday.
Okay, because I haven't watched The Office in a while.
Yeah, they just started,
I think I missed the whole last season, and then you were just like, yeah, you probably did. And like, and I still felt I still felt up to speed. I already knew that Ed Helms was, the boss now, and all that stuff.
You didn't miss much. I told you.
Yeah, I already knew I didn't miss much. But like when I watched it, now that you told me this is the final season, you see things starting to get resolved, and it's not in because it felt like the show's been in once they got through the whole Jim and Pam thing, and then Steve Carell left, the show was just sort of in limbo.
Yeah,
it was a little bit before that, but I mean after Steve Carell left, you were just that's maybe gonna go on for a season after.
Well, now it'd be 2 seasons. This is the 2nd season
after he left.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it's the 2nd one.
I felt like more than that. Maybe it's just the time.
It's just time, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's been, in a weird limbo. Just, nothing's really happening.
Yeah, and that was the problem with last season. That's why it wasn't very good. And that's why I think this is their last season, because they know.
They know there's not much else.
And I mean, I understand. It's just, that's my point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, now that they have, I feel like you get a sort of freedom when you know it's the last season, so you're just now we can have,
actually,
move stuff along, in a good direction, and, not have to worry about what's going to happen next season.
Exactly.
Or, I mean.
And that's why, there's not many, but that's why I like TV shows that have, when they go in, they know, 4 seasons max. Another prime example of this would be Lost. Lost, I didn't even watch the last season, which I should have watched it, because, they answer all the questions. I was so pissed off because they wasted my time for 2 seasons with bullshit. And I think that's the problem that a lot of TV shows run into. And we were talking about this even with, talking about The Office. And I think the same thing for Parks and Rec. It's kind of going
Parks and Rec.
To me, it's
I didn't watch last season, but I've been meaning to catch up on it.
It's this. There's nowhere to go, and I think that's the problem. And the only like channel that does it well, I guess, channel or company that knows when to stop, to me, is HBO.
I felt like you were gonna say HBO.
HBO is one of the, and I think that, and they get it. Like, they have a certain, not necessarily a certain amount of seasons, but they're not gonna waste their money and the time and space.
But I was gonna say some people
bullshit episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people would still argue with you on that one though. Like, for
But
some
you
reason,
can't- yeah.
like because I've read stuff about like, because I still, you already know, I still love Entourage and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
Entourage,
that's already
yeah.
but that's already over. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
so people were saying like
You're doing a movie now.
but I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's gonna be it.
And
Like, but I mean, like, people were saying like, oh no, like, even how many seasons does it have? It like made it up to
like
6,
seven and a half. There was like a six episode arc that ended it.
Yeah, okay, and so they were just like, you know,
They-
for a while people were just like, after maybe season.
See, but
Like, after the Medellin arc,
yeah,
like, they were just sort of like, it's stale now. And I was like, I still liked it. They got the drug problem thing in,
Yeah.
and then, like, that was a good arc.
But my defense to the Entourage thing is that it may not have been as good, but it's not. There's still reasons for shit happening.
Yeah. I mean, they still have places to go.
There's still a place, exactly. There's still story arcs that they haven't gone to yet. And everyone's like,
And
well,
with
they're
that-
doing more with Turtles.
and with that
It's like,
concept,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
but it was like that concept,
natural
they
growth
still
of a
have-
TV show.
It was like, with that concept, they ended up with that concept, they still could throw out a bunch more.
Yeah, and I mean, and they were just like, "This is it," and then they ended it. Now they're doing the movie.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they could still make it like, they could. I mean, that show with that concept, it could totally just turn topical. Sort of like Simpsons, and then South Park did. Well, South Park does, in my opinion, South Park does a lot better than Simpsons, of course, because Simpsons is just sort of,
But
everyone's
has
like
more freedom,
yeah.
just because the being on cable and
No, not even that.
The writers
I think,
are
no, not
more-
even
I
that. I think they've sort of, they have their own curve when it comes to the FCC. I sort of like, I sort of figured that out on when I watched their special 6 days of air, like now even on like on Comedy Central and FX. I don't know what changed. I don't know if they like now they can say shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you noticed that?
There was I remember during the summer there was an article my professor turned us on to saying that pretty soon, at least on cable and like primetime spots, they can say whatever they want because it's more like a First Amendment thing.
Wow.
But that's mostly just
But I feel like this
Cable.
is yeah.
you know, like cable channels, not necessarily
Network.
network TV.
Yeah, I mean, because everyone can see that. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have harsher. But I mean, like I was gonna say, like when it comes to that,
And there's definitely for like primetime cable channels, there's always been that time cutoff where they start to allow like 8 or 9. They start to allow
like more raunchy stuff.
raunchy. Actually, that's a good word for it. More raunchy TV shows.
Yeah.
And I understand.
That's exactly what Adult Swim is.
Because that's what Adult Swim is.
For cartoon. Well, I mean, like, even though like Adult Swim is considered its own, I think it's technically considered its own network.
I think so. It probably is. If it wasn't
Like,
at the
legally,
start,
I think it
now
is.
it is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's not even a programming block. It's its own network.
It's its own network. Yeah, they just.
For who's that big William Street? I think that's the name of the company.
It could be. I don't know.
But it's still like under Turner Broadcasting.
Yeah.
But shit, I had something else to say, but I totally forgot. I had a thing about Louis, and then I had something else about. I totally forgot. Maybe I'll just go into the Louis thing. But I feel like Louis, another show that won't, that could not lose that edge when it comes to like too many seasons would be Louis. But I feel like Louis C.K. is like that one of those sensible guys, and they'll just be like, after season 4, I'm not doing it anymore. Like it's like after, or not even season 4. Like he hasn't put like an actual. He's just like after I'm out of ideas.
He's gonna be done with it.
Yeah, he's like I'm not doing it anymore.
See, and I agree with you. I mean,
I feel like this last one, like this season, if people haven't been watching season 3, I started watching like these final episodes with the whole like Letterman retiring arc, and this feels like final.
It does.
It seems like he like after
I
this.
can't really talk about it because you haven't seen the season finale.
The next episode is the season finale after that.
I'm pretty sure. I remember watching a promo for it because I watched Wilfred, and they were like 3-part season finale for Louis. Because it's the 3 parts.
Yeah.
With the hosting thing.
Yeah, Letterman retiring.
Yeah, we can't even talk about it because I wanted you to see it so we could talk about it on this.
Well, I couldn't see it.
I know that you couldn't see it. I'm just saying, like, I want to talk about it more, but I'm going to have to wait till next week.
No, but I mean, oh yeah, I remember like when you were just like, it's because you texted me last night. We watched the first episode like last week of that arc together, and then like the second episode, I watched it last night because you texted me. You're just like, dude, you got to check them out. They're fucking amazing. And you're like, and then like I watched it immediately after you got the text because you never pumped shows to me.
I think I even said I was like, I'm not usually usually one to tell you to watch something, but it's like you need to see this because I know you and I know you're gonna like them.
Yeah, so like I just because I told you I was watching Copper I was giving Copper a shot. I was watching the first episode of that from the new BBC America show.
That was just like I'm watching Copper. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's when it like takes place in 1864 day New York City.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I mean, I've only checked out the pilot, but it seemed pretty good.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but after that I was just like, okay, I'm gonna finish. Like it's Copper is almost over. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna immediately watch.
Yeah,
Louis, and then I checked it out and like. Good.
It'll probably be on demand by like fucking Wednesday.
Probably. No, I mean, then like I love the scene with his wife, like how because it's Louis C.K. you just sort of accept it because you've seen his girls and both of his girls are white. But then when you're watching the diner scene, like, and I hadn't watched that many episodes early in season 3, so I don't know if that was her first appearance in that episode or if she showed up before.
Comment.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's just sitting in a diner with like a black woman like talking, and then I'm like, this is like conversation between like. He would have with, like, the mother of his children. Is this... And then, like, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, is that... No.
And spoiler alerts, if you haven't seen it.
But, I mean, like, that's such a small detail.
I know, I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, but, I mean, like...
People get angry. I get angry and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm just, like, watching it, and I'm just like, that's his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know. Like, usually you're just, like... Usually stuff like that sort of, like, messes up the continuity in some people's heads. But for some reason, with me, like, that was... Like, and usually that would mess with me. For some reason, with that, I was just sort of like, that's just what it is.
And I had the same feeling, like, and you texted me about it. I didn't really answer you because it was in a movie, but I did, and I told you earlier, it's like, I was watching it, and I had the same reaction as, like, well, it's like, is that his wife? I don't know. That's kind of weird. She's black. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But then, like, they went into it, and, like, I was like, all right, it's like, I'm not, like, against it. I was just, like, I accepted it. I was like, okay, like, that's kind of strange, but okay.
And, like, we don't mean, like, against it, like, race-wise, or just, like, continue, like, just
some people
in the realms of, like,
just TV in general. Some people wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah. And that felt like Louis C.K. was just, like, for some reason I got, like, because when you're a fan of, she was good. If you're a fan of his, you just sort of get his rationale after a while. And so, like, you felt like behind the scenes when she auditioned, he was just sort of like, she's good. But, like, somebody was, like, one of the showrunners, like, a producer or someone was like, but she's black and the kids are white. It's like, so, fuck it. Like, nobody's going to give it.
I mean, somebody will notice it. They're not really, it's
very noticeable, but, like, nobody's going to give a shit. And so he was just like, put her in. And so.
I wonder if he gets in, this would be a show I'd really like to see, like, all the behind the scenes on the DVDs and whatever, just because I want to see if he has complete creative control on everything.
I feel like he does.
And I'm pretty sure he does. It just, because
the way that the way the show's done, you're just like, no other
show is like this.
Yeah.
Nobody else would put this.
And that seems like his type of,
And that's the.
It's nothing like fucking, what was the name of the show on HBO? Lucky Louie?
Lucky Louie. No,
that was
totally
like
different.
That was a traditional like
sitcom
and filmed in front of a studio audience and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what that one episode of Louie with Bob Saget, where he's just like, he just has a problem with the lines and stuff like that, and then like his character, and then his TV wife's like, "I love you," and he's like, "Why would you say that? That doesn't make any sense." It was like, what would be funny? I'm leaving you. She should just I felt like that was sort of about I instantly got that feeling.
About that, and that's why like a lot of it. See, I can't talk about it because you haven't seen it, but like
you just talk about it because it's not gonna throw me off.
Yeah, it will. But all right, well, what I want to say anyways is I feel like I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel like that show is very underrated by a lot of people.
Oh yeah, most likely.
And I don't think a lot of people watch it. But I don't know what the ratings are on all that. But I feel like just like in a popular sense, not necessarily in the niche market that like kind of we are in that niche market. Like for us, we watch not necessarily everything, but we have open mind and everything. That's not in like the popular realm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it should be for the quality it is.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you get a TV show that's so different from anything else that's on, and that's not the reason I like it.
And it's like always, like everything is just always consistently good.
And it's not. There's no like lax episode.
Yeah.
Not like we gotta fill. It's a filler episode. I gotta fill time. I gotta fill slot. It's all.
It's just consistently
him.
great.
Like,
yeah,
it's just greatness. But,
I mean, but
Louis, just fucking see it. Like,
just
watch it.
It's if you have a Netflix account, check it out. It's first 2 seasons are on there.
This is the second show we've gushed over.
Yeah.
First one was Game of Thrones. Second one is Louis.
Oh, Game of Thrones can do no wrong. Then we have to.
Do no wrong. But yeah, we'll go see Louis. Just watch it. That's all I can say.
I felt like
we always say to like check shit out, but this is one of those that you should really invest your time.
But I mean, I feel like it's one of those shows where it feels like it has like a niche crowd. Like
yeah, it does. Yeah.
But I mean, like no, there's some shows that have that feel, but they're also very popular.
Right.
Like Always Sunny.
Yeah, Always Sunny is a good one.
That's like it has like a niche feel, but everyone knows what it is. Everyone's seen at least one episode. I think the same thing could be maybe not Workaholics, but Workaholics is definitely like
I don't think it's there
close.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's very close. Like, it's very close to just... I mean, I think in our age group, like, it's fucking up there. I think everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
But definitely. It's not at the... To me, not at the same level.
It's just a bunch of bro jokes. That's probably why, like, anyone, like, our generation's the only... Like, sort of like...
pretty much just a bunch of bro jokes.
I remember with, because, like, it seems, like, very great to us just because we get it.
Yeah.
But, I always think of, like... And then, like, maybe other, like, generations just are like, this is stupid. Why would anyone... Why is this popular? Why would anyone like this?
It's true.
Like, that's... To me, in my head, I call it, because this was the first case of I ever heard this happening, the Scott Pilgrim effect. Remember how much we loved that fucking movie when we saw it in the theaters? We were actually, that was the first time in my life I was just watching a movie and I was like, well, not the first time ever. Coincidentally, it was another movie Michael Cera was in the first time I sort of felt that was
Nick
super bad.
Oh, damn it.
And Nick and Nora too. Well, I think I'm just a Michael Cera fan. But super bad. I was thinking about that the other day, but I'm gonna get back to that. But with
I already know where you're going with Superbad too, because I think we have the same feeling on it.
Okay, I was gonna say with Scott Pilgrim, like what I was hating that it was getting ready to end because it was like it's been like 2 hours, it's gonna be closing down. Now he's getting to the final fight with what's the antagonist?
Damien.
No, but not the character's name. I know the actor's name. The actor's name is Jason Schwartz.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason Schwartz. No.
Is it Schwartz? No. It is, right? That's
I'm pretty sure.
From Bored to Death.
Yeah,
that guy. But I mean, like
Jason Schwartz.
Yeah, Schwartz. I mean, yeah, but like I remember we loved that movie. Came out of the theater, and then I remember I read like reviews about it later, and it was just like people just totally like panned it. It was only, and I noticed like across the board, it was like our generation was the only one that was like the only generation was like that was fucking phenomenal. Like like we got it, but like people older were just like this is a piece of shit movie.
Well, I could understand that.
Yeah, no, it made sense to me, but like it was just weird coming out of that mindset. Like, if this is phenomenal, this is great. Not like this is one of the like greatest movies I've ever seen. Like maybe not greatest comedy, but like all around. I loved it. Yeah. I loved the atmosphere of it. Just had great atmosphere in the movie. You know, so I mean, I like Brian O'Malley's writing.
And see, the thing too is I enjoyed that movie, and I knew it was like a comic book, but I never read it. So I mean, to me, it was still really good, even without being. I use this term like loosely, but like a fanboy of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I knew kind of the basics of it, but I wasn't like you were way more knowledgeable about it than I was. Right. So like already you're gonna go see it, but I went to go see it because it seemed like a movie.
It just looked interesting.
Just looked really interesting, and it had all the because for me it had all the elements that I like, and I still found it. I mean, that's one of the when it came out, it was like the best movie I saw that year.
Yeah,
it's no question.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying, like and. Maybe not necessarily if you've read the comic, it's really good. But even if you're even somewhat
if you read the comic, they left like a character or two.
Yeah, but even in our age group, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the better ones. Plus, it's got Anna Kendrick, so it's fine.
She only shows up for like 2 seconds.
Two scenes. That's good enough for me.
But I was gonna say, what were you gonna say about Superbad? Like, what did you?
Well, because like I was gonna say, I think we've actually talked about this at one time,
probably
in our long friendship career.
Yeah.
Friendship career. That movie is like our youth movie.
Yeah, that's our
generation's. It's our generation's movie as a kid. Like I mean, we saw
like that raunchy movie. That's like our
Animal House.
Animal House or Porky's.
Porky's.
Or, you know, any of that, you know, Revenge of the Nerds. Like, that's...
Yeah, that's... Yeah, because
That's
I was, what, I'd say like 16? 15, 16 when that came out?
I remember I was actually, like, because I went to see it with Sanchez. We saw it twice. We were actually, well, like, two different groups of people. But we were seniors. Like, I know we had just graduated, so it was just, like, pretty cool to us that it was... Like,
maybe I was 7. Maybe that was senior year when it came out for me.
Maybe.
Because you were ahead of me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe it was...
Or, like, we were getting ready to graduate. You might have been a junior.
Anyways.
I just remember it was very close.
But that's like, yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
Not on here, but just in
but I mean, like, that was, you know, that was another one that I thought was really good. I don't remember that one getting as, I guess, panned, but I feel like it was a little overhyped, but it sort of lived, for some reason I was expecting something different, but I still love that movie. I love the commentary track. I've said that before.
Yeah. I don't know if it was, I didn't feel like it was overhyped. I don't know. After I learned my lesson from, that was before.
From 300?
I learned my lesson from that, so I wasn't too hyped. I was hyped to see it, but not to the extreme. So.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, that movie was hyped. Like, I remember it was just, you know, and then, like, you know, they still compare new comedies to it.
Yeah.
Or not compare it, but they're just, like, they try to market it to
that same.
From the writers and producers of Superbad. Or, well, Hangover's another new one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if that's...
It's not so much, like, because, I mean, like, a generational film like that, like, it has to be, like...
It
usually has to be, like, young kids.
That's, like for me, Hangover is, is still, like, targeted for, like, not necessarily our generation, but older, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I think that's more of, like,
it's just such
for, like, the guys that grew up with Porky's.
Yeah.
And then they got older.
Yeah. This is just a great...
Like, we just happen to find it funny.
one of the great comedies that have come out.
Yeah.
And anyone that disputes me on the original Hangovers... You can't say anything to me because you've seen it and you laughed your ass off in that theater.
That was like that movie had another one that was like, because I have it, and then I don't laugh as much when I watch it again. But it's one of those. It's one like you see it. It's one of those like to me like because theaters put movies over, and by that I mean like comedies. I mean like especially theaters put comedies over like. When you have like that sense of like community and that like that big laugh, like watching certain comedies in the theater makes them that much funnier.
I agree. But
just with as opposed to like watching them alone and just with like another person or something like that, you just maybe that's just me, but I mean,
and I was gonna say too is that it's with my problem with comedies, and this is why I don't buy a lot of them is that they're unless I haven't seen them before, they're always like, especially with Superbad. Because I remember laughing my ass off, Hangover, all that. Is when I watch them again, they're still funny, but I already know all the jokes that are coming.
Yeah.
And in some cases, I phrase those jokes, and I use them in my daily conversations to make people laugh as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm just straight copying. No. But you know what I'm saying? Everyone does. Everyone quotes it. But, I mean, that's just one of those things I think with comedy is that you've seen it. You've already seen all the jokes, the really funny ones.
You already know it's coming,
so you already know it's coming. So it's not as, you know what I'm saying? It's not as funny.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I mean, like...
it's still good humor anyway, but it's not as funny.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't buy comedy movies.
Yeah. No, I mean, because if it was up to me, like, you'd have to... Like, if I was making a comedy, like, to ensure, like, DVD sales, like, you'd also have to make it, like, enjoyable.
Yes. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
No, I mean, like, just so you don't actually just buy it for, like, the jokes, but you buy it for, like, the atmosphere that it brings up. Like, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Yeah.
Like, that, I feel like that has... great atmosphere
because that's not like to me Nick and Nora's
it's not really
it's a good
comedy,
movie but it's
not a great comedy. Yeah,
it's still like story driven.
Yeah,
like Hangover, there's a real like skeleton story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Or a loose story. Yeah, I mean, like, it's overall they're trying to find their friend. Like crazy shit happens.
Yeah, like just insert crazy shit A here and B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be anything,
which isn't a bad thing because they nailed
it. That's just what the movie is. Hangover 2, not so much because it felt like it was a copy of the first one.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a sequel. You go into a whole argument about sequels.
No, it's not even. But that's not even a sequel thing. That was more like it felt straight like
just cut. Yeah,
like a bit because the same stuff sort of happened.
I was to say again though. I mean, it's the same basic story type.
Yeah, I mean, like you got to stick with the title Hangover. It's just
I mean, you can't really change it that much. It's just the same thing with slightly different occurrences.
No, I'm just saying like I don't know. I still enjoyed it. I did not enjoyed as much as the
Oh,
first
no.
one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's everyone's.
I felt like that was a consensus when I was in that theater. Everyone was just sort of like,
It's like we're here because the first one was fine,
was really awesome.
which is what they were banking on.
Theater was like packed, and I was like, no, like no. I remember.
Yeah, it was.
Remember what I said when I saw like well, we saw it at the same time, but in different theaters, like different groups. But I was just like, we did. I was with my sis, the Mana, and you were with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
I forgot.
But yeah, when I saw it, I was just like, after I saw it, we saw packed the two theaters were, and those are like AMC's biggest theaters for that thing, of course.
Yeah.
They had to put that in there. And, I was like, people just showed up just because of the first one. I was like, I don't know if they're going to be able to get away with that again with the third one, because the second one... It wasn't as great, so they were just like, the third one's going to be the third thing again. So some people... I guarantee there's going to be there's going to be a guaranteed drop-off in ticket sales for the third one.
Unless they change it up. Even if they change it
up.
No,
even if they change it up, people are just going to have that mindset of like, oh, it's going to be like a copy of the first and second.
Yep. What? Yep, no, I agree. I agree entirely.
I felt like, but for some reason, I can't remember if I read something's going on, but I remember for the third one, I read, I remember thinking like, it's going to be, I'm going to see that one just because that's going to be like completely different. Like it's gonna bring back the funny again, like the spirit of the first one.
Okay.
For some reason, I can't remember if I read that somewhere that made me think that, or
you were just hoping.
Maybe it's just blind hope. No, but I don't have that.
I don't have hope in my life.
No, not like that blind hope. I remember it's always based off something that I read.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you did. You read stuff sometimes.
Yep, at times. I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff.
I usually am.
Yeah. Well,
it depends.
I've been falling off.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It depends if I'm current.
Yeah.
I'm mediocrely current. Current.
But
speaking of current movies.
No, wait, I was gonna mention one thing about Superbad. Remember what you're about to say. No, I was just gonna say to phrase it back, that Superbad being like our Animal House and stuff like that, or Porky's, because those had like iconic moments. I feel like that, and I feel like this one's like oft forgot, but when people remember it, like down the line, they're gonna be like, "That was so! I can't believe they got away with that. That was so awesome." And never seen the period blood thing.
Yeah,
I remember like thinking like that was so. It was like so confusing at first, and I was just like, "That is like one of the most amazing things I've seen in cinema." Where it's just like. He just has a blood spot on his pants, and then like the two guys on the couch were like, "Were you dancing with some chick out there?" And I remember thinking like, "What the fuck is going on?
What's happening here?"
Did you have like that same thought?
Yeah,
like why? Like what happened?
I was like,
I would have never conceived that.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah,
it's probably one of the best moments of Jonah Hill's career, right there. That's not the best.
That's what got him in a movie with Brad Pitt. That one scene.
No, more than one scene.
No, it was
talking about Moneyball.
Yeah, I was making a joke. He hasn't been in more than one movie, Brad.
I'm sorry. Go back. I know what you're saying. I flip-flop what you said. I thought you meant one scene with Brad Pitt in a movie. I thought that's what you meant.
No.
Not that one scene got him in another movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, no.
I understand what you're saying.
All right, now you talk now.
No, you talk.
You talk now.
Well, I was going to talk about a current movie that we continuously discuss. Not necessarily current, but I don't know if you wanted to sing about it.
I have no idea.
If you ever watch like musicals, it's like the awkward transition from when they talk into singing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess we should get down to business to defeat the Hun.
Are we really doing it?
Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? I forgot the word. Fuck it, chorus. Be a man, we must be swift as a coursing river.
Be a man,
with all the force of a great typhoon.
Be a man,
with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Be a man.
We miss you, Mulan. Fa Mulan.
What's her real name?
What
was her name in the movie? I forget. Was it Pim?
Oh, her man name?
Yeah.
Ping?
Ping. Damn it.
I just remember that because of the Tumblr meme where it's just like, it's the, what's the name of her commanding officer? The one that she ends up falling in love
I don't
with.
fucking know.
That guy. It's just like,
I don't even remember the Mulan's man's name. I don't know.
but it's just like, it's like a picture of him with like a caption. It's like, no, Ping, that's gay. Like, it doesn't even say, like, I just imagine that voice, like the stereotypical Asian voice when it was like, do you want to, like, it's like her dressed up as Ping saying, like, do you want to do something? Like, take a bath together or something like that? And he's like, no, Ping, that's guy.
That's funny. Mulan. Disney.
I always have to do that hand wave when I get to the
Dark side of the moon.
I love it.
Fucking awesome singing. Good backhand on that one.
Boom.
My hands are sweaty. Backhand. You like how I brought that up?
Okay. Got some current movie? Got something to
Sing about? It's because, whenever you watch...
This is shitty
a lot of
musical
musicals,
transition.
like, it's terrible transition into a song.
It's just like, well, I wonder what Annie's up to. I'm up to nothing.
My favorite, the best, I always think of the Monty Python Holy Grail. Whenever he's in the prince is in the castle and he keeps trying to sing, I always think of that, like bad musical transitions.
I've never watched that movie. I don't watch Monty Python.
Okay, this is what I always say to people that say that. You can not watch Monty Python and that's fine. I've never seen any other film, clip, or anything from Monty Python, but you have to see that movie. Like,
The Holy Grail?
Just watch The Holy Grail. And I think a lot of people share the same viewpoint. It's like, the rest of the stuff is kind of funny. I'll get you don't have to watch because I don't watch it because I don't find it that funny.
No,
But,
I mean, like, that's like
the
a common
Holy Grail,
thing.
like, you have to, like, that's, just take the time.
Just take the time.
Because it's, like, one of the best, like, satire movies ever.
I've always wanted to check it out. I just never have. Maybe it's on Hulu.
I'm sure it's on Netflix.
The Criterion Collection? I don't even know what the Criterion Collection is.
Criterion.
It's in my head.
That's
The only
still
reason I
alive.
wanted to sing is just because I already told you. I just woke up with it in my head, and I think the reason why I had it in my head was just because of what you said, like that Game Grumps
It's a
episode,
Sing Grumps.
the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
No, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Cocaine Regis. That's still my favorite.
I'm gonna be Mulan. I'm gonna be Mulan.
I'll be Mulan.
Fucking Game Grumps.
Hello, disease. I love
Oh,
that.
man.
We still talking about shit? Hold on.
What's on the list?
On the list, we got.
Oh, the video game thing.
Oh yeah, you had something to say about video games. Did you remember what it was?
Yes.
Talk.
Okay. Well, this will be
Hold on.
short.
Next segment.
Oh, I was supposed to say it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Next segment.
There we go.
I don't do it as emphatically as you. Nah, this was I thought of this a long time ago, and I just haven't had a chance to speak about it because there's two games for Xbox that are coming out, the new Gears of War, and the new Halo, and both games are getting work done by different companies.
Or different
Like,
studios
different
than
studios,
usually work
yeah.
on the
That
series.
like instead, Epic is still somewhat still involved, but mainly just not necessarily even on the story front, but just on supervising.
Oh, okay.
So I'm interested to see if their successes, if Xbox and Microsoft decide to do that with more of their
IPs?
IPs. That was the word I was looking for. And I'm curious. I just thought that was interesting that they're putting their main franchises, not necessarily. Well, in Bungie's case, it's a whole other. I mean, in Halo's case, that's a whole other thing.
That's what made them Bungie.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Bungie does too from now on. But I'm worried about the future of Microsoft and not Microsoft, but Xbox, because I don't know if these don't come out as hits, because then they're just gonna have nothing but third party.
Yeah.
Games.
Yeah.
And it's concerning to me as a pro Xbox guy that I am.
Are you? You're
I'm a
an
pro Xbox guy. I always have
I'm
been.
on the other. Oh yeah, we
I'm
already
on
know I'm on the other
opposite
side.
sides, yeah.
Because we both own both, but I'm more of a
Yeah.
PS3 guy, and then you're more of a
I'm more of a
360 guy.
360 guy. I'm more of a 360 guy myself. You know?
What the fuck was I trying to say? The online. An online network? Like, I'm more of a 360 guy. I like online networks at work. I'm a PS3 guy, but I'll fucking admit that. Like, the 360 network is better.
See, but you pay for it, so.
No, yeah.
I mean, if you pay for something, it's going to be...
It has to be better.
It has to be better, unless nobody's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing this meme once that said...
Meme.
Shut up. I know what I said. That's what I call them.
And forever
we'll call them memes. I saw one that was for... Because I always have the nerd ones always pop up on my Facebook wall. And
they should be on your Tumblr. Sorry.
And I'm sorry.
I'm never gonna let that go.
Tumblr. Get one. The original meme spot. Is that what you want me to say?
I don't know.
What do you want me to say about it?
Well, Tumblr's not the original meme spot.
Well, now I just lied
like 4chan and Gag and 2chan. 2chan have memes? Memes are just from everywhere.
Alright, fine. Well, then why is there a problem that they're
on because Facebook is just, that's not what that's for. That's not what that's for.
It's to share with the community.
That's not what that's for.
Funny comments.
That's not what that's for.
And pics of women.
Although, I saw one on Facebook that I was just like, I just let it go.
Can I say mine?
No, sorry, go ahead.
Because if we go into a whole... Because I don't want to... Because it's important to the Xbox PS3 thing.
Yeah.
I saw one that was for... The title was, What the nerd's first question or girl is... Or first first question. I'm forgetting it as I talk about it. Is that... Are you more of an Xbox or PS3 kind of girl? And I was like, I need to get this off my page right now.
I do not condone this whatsoever.
I do not condone that. And obviously, you can't tell how that voice would go, but to me it would be, are you more of an Xbox or PS3 kind of girl?
Was it Lewis? Did Lewis have it?
No, it was on somebody else's wall.
Okay.
But I just thought that was funny. I was like, that's really a division. Xbox versus PS3.
I know. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
People get killed every day. No.
People are like blindly loyal too. That's my thing. I'm not blindly loyal.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fault that you can have.
Well, do you have a reason for it? I love how Nintendo never comes into that realm. I just thought about it. I was like, Nintendo. I can't talk. Does Nintendo have a system?
It does. See, but I think Nintendo. I don't know. Like to me, I think there's a third.
They're just party games, you know. They don't really have that many hardcore games like they used to.
And there's...
Which is shitty, man, because, I mean, Zelda. Amazing.
I know.
I needed to play Skyward Sword, but that would involve me buying a Wii, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm making a... I was going to say, like, speaking of memes, you'd probably like this one because it involves a cat. But, sorry, I'm not going to go there again. But, no, but no.
Fucking tell your Mimi.
Yeah, you might have seen this. I don't know why it killed me so much.
I know which one you're gonna do.
Do you know? Can you see my hands? Yeah, it's just like a cat in a suit with glasses, and he just has a newspaper up,
sitting at the table,
and he's just like looking past the newspaper, just like
staring off.
They're just like, I should get a boat. The first time I saw
it was pretty funny. I've seen that.
He's just looking past the newspaper, like deep in thought. I should get a boat. Like that would help my life a lot right now.
If I had a boat. I already knew that's what you were going to say.
I just love, like, because I just picture this, like, the way the newspaper just folds at the top, and he just looks over it, and he's just like, I should get a boat. That would turn my life around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boats.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Yeah.
I like them a little.
What
else is on the list? Is there anything else?
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of shit. We ain't covered shit. Well, we got Mulan out of the way.
Be a man.
Oh, I wrote down a note about, alright, this is the only company I know that has done this. Alright, Tootsie Pops?
I don't like Tootsie Pops.
I know, I get that. But the commercial. There's something rare about it.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You talking about...
It's the same fucking commercial they've had since, like, the 1950s.
What else do you need? You need an owl telling some fat-ass kid with a weird cut that you can't fucking get to the 7.
No, but I don't know why I just randomly thought about it the other day. I was just like... I was just watching I was getting dressed for something. I'm just, like, looking at TV. like, or the TV's just on, and then I see the Tootsie Pop commercial, and then it's like, how many licks will it take to get to the center of it? Fucking. It was like the world will never know. And I'm just like, they've never had to change this commercial for decades.
But the thing, too, is that why would you? Everyone
No, I know,
knows
I
what a
get-
Tootsie, you know, everyone knows what a Tootsie Pop is.
No, I get
That's
that.
the
I just
slogan.
thought it was like fascinating. It just became fascinating to
And
me.
it's not like
I can't
sales
talk.
are
Fascinating to
down
me.
in the Tootsie Pop realm. That's why they haven't. Well, they would change it if that, but I'm.
I doubt.
I'd be confident
Like,
that it's
no,
the
and then
same.
it
It's
just
been
got
steady
me
for like 20
No, I
years.
know, but it made me like branch off into different thoughts. Like, how would you even make a modern Tootsie Pop commercial? Like,
You
I
have,
feel like
CGI owl.
no, not even that. Like, I felt like it wouldn't even be an owl anymore. Like, modern day commercials would be like,
What would it be?
it'd just be like two kids in a lunchroom. Like, hey, you like Tootsie Pops? Yeah, well, I have one. Can I have it? No, I'll kill you for it.
And then they would have
And then-
like robot battles.
Yeah, and then like he takes the Tootsie Pop.
It's like, this is my Tootsie Pop now.
Or like, or they still try and keep in the whole how many licks. Or it's just like a kid just standing on a lawn for some reason with a Tootsie Pop, and he's licking it, and he's like, I don't know how many licks, but I'm gonna find out. And then he just keeps licking, and then it's like Tootsie Pop. This kid's gonna find out.
It could even still be the same slogan.
Or it could be like,
same tag. It could still be like,
The
how many
world
licks
may-
you never know.
but I mean, like, somebody knows.
I don't know.
It's been out for decades, man.
Somebody must have.
Like, I
done it.
remember one time when I was
I
a
don't
kid.
have to, like-
One time when I was a kid, I tried to find out. I wouldn't even count. I was just like, I'm gonna lick it till I get to the Tootsie Pop Center, and I was just like,
It's a mystery.
and then I was like, I always end up biting it.
You can't help yourself.
It's just like,
You know what we said? I bet you if I went on YouTube and typed in how many licks does it take to
I feel like that's
I would
totally a
find-
video.
I would find somebody that spent like a day doing it.
that's like YouTube poop. That's a
YouTube
video.
poop.
It's
Yeah.
YouTube poop. Poop.
Poop.
Poop.
Because we've really downgraded our standards
For
to
comedy?
saying poop.
Poop. You know it's still funny.
That's the sad
Someone's-
part.
yeah, I
That's
know.
the sad part. That's what I'm saying. Someone's like, I'm turning. This is bullshit.
You know, yeah.
Shit. Poop humor.
Poop. Toilet humor. Come on.
Poop.
Come on. I
That's
don't know
like
why
saying
that's
the word.
reminding me of that episode of Grounded for Life, where like, what's Donald Logue's character in that? Sean. He's talking to the neighbor kid, Brett Harrison, his character, and he's just like, he's trying to make him like be more mature for his daughter, and he's just like, he's just like, okay, here's a test, and he just says penis, and then Brett Harrison's character just like starts losing it, starts laughing, and he's just like, and then like his brother comes in, who's played by Kevin Corrigan, and he's just like, penis, and he's just like. He's like looking at Kevin Corrigan, and like Kevin Corrigan's like, what? Like, why? He's just saying penis. What's so funny?
Okay. That's pretty good.
It made me
Penis
laugh
test.
though. I
Is that
was
a
I was
penis?
young.
It's a penis test, I guess. Anyways,
I can't read mouths.
so we're coming up on time here.
Oh no! I had a feeling. Just give him a
No.
Mr. Rogers goodbye. Well, kids, we've had a good time, but it's time for us to go.
Oh, I thought that was it. I was clicking.
No,
Goodbye.
no, I was gonna be. I'm still gonna say what I say, but I'm gonna like Mr. Rogers it up.
Okay. Well, let me
So, kids, it's time for